Hey guys, hope you're doing well today. I have an interesting video today for some of you, probably if you have been in the Hot Toys market and trying to determine whether non-authentics are good. I've been actually collecting the Dark Knight series of Hot Toys, and of course that means there's a ton of them out there and some of the prices are really expensive on the aftermarket. Now you could fall into two subjects here, whether or not you want to spend that much money in the aftermarket on a figure, or you have other issues with that figure that was out years ago. And that's kind of where actually I fell into both of them, but that's kind of where I fell into this one. One of the Bank Robber Joker. The Bank Robber Joker is an amazing figure, the 2.0, but there are problems with it. Apparently the shirt that goes underneath the jacket is having a yellowing problem where the buttons and stuff are. Now, that's a big issue to me because the aftermarket prices on them are anywhere from $400 to $500. $400 to $500 is a lot of money, especially for a 6-scale figure. Honestly, it's insane money. You shouldn't really spend $500 on a figure, in my opinion, unless it's something like a Grail figure, because $500 is a statue to me. So I don't want to go into that much money on an old figure. I mean, some of the old figures, they didn't have everything figured out, right? So what I did was I looked online, saw a couple of videos, and I was kind of impressed with this one. This is the Bank Robber Joker by Fire Toys, the A026. I got it from China. Again, it's not authentic. This is not a hot toy, and it's not licensed, so you can look at that any way you want, whether that's not something you want to collect or do or support, but it's what the video is about. So I'm going to open up this box real quick and show you. It's a basic box. I mean, you're not going to get much. I think I paid around $150 for this. So that is a pretty good deal if you ask me for what I've got. I've already seen it. I've already unboxed it, hung it up a couple of weeks, and just kind of get an idea if I liked it. And I really do. I'm going to show you why. So when you open up the box here, you get the little foam that you pull off, and then you have your figure in here. And this one actually came with two head sculpts. You get the regular Joker head sculpt and the Bank Robber Joker head sculpt. Now when you get the figure in the mail, it actually has the Joker head on it, but I switched them because I have other plans for this one I'll go over later. But it has his bag and everything, and then when you pull out the figure in his foam, on the underside of it, I don't remember if this is actually how it was. I don't think it was, to be honest with you. I think it was a different way. But you have all of his weapons. Those are the guns, the grenades, the hands, money, a little bit of everything, knives. So it has everything that the 2.0 has, minus the base and the background that had like the bus on it. And those are some big things, I'm not going to lie. The bases do make a difference, if you ask me. They are important to a collection to some, and some people don't even use bases when they hang them, so that might not be any problem to you whatsoever. So with that said, I'm going to take it out, kind of look at it, and then after that we're going to zoom in and get a close look at it. Out of the box, really, really good looking figure. Honestly, the joints, they've been pretty well. You're not really going to have, it's not really that bad of a body that came with it as far as quality. It's not the greatest in the world, but I've had much worse, to be honest with you. These aren't going to be anywhere near the quality in terms of like the body that a hot toy figure will give you. And granted, you're going to pay for it with a hot toy, but just know what you're buying when you're buying an aftermarket non-licensed figure. But the thing that you guys are probably going to ask yourself the most is, what about the face sculpt? Dude, these face sculpts are really, really good. The Bank Robber Joker, the paint app on it and everything, really, really great. And I'll tell you what, the Joker is amazing. I think they literally just remolded the Hot Toy sculpt, so that's kind of, I'm not a big fan of that, but they remolded the Hot Toys sculpt, I'm pretty sure. But more importantly, the paint app on it is really, really good. Now, I have seen the Hot Toys one in person. There's not much of a difference. It's honestly on par on quality as far as the paint app that you'll get with a Hot Toy. Difference being, I think the hair is a little greener on this one. But again, really, really good. You can put it with your Hot Toys and not have an issue. You're not going to think, oh, that's definitely not a Hot Toys figure. Just not going to happen. Now, where you do get a quality difference, I think that's noticeable, is the clothing. Hot Toys has figured out the clothing. That's the big thing that Hot Toys is good at. And I'll say that the seams and everything on these are really well done. It's just when it comes out of the box for some reason, it's very wrinkly. So it's not necessarily suit material. It's kind of like has like a little bit of like a neoprene feeling to it in a way. So it's a little more difficult. It's a little stiff. So when it gets wrinkles, they're a little harder to get out. Now, I was going to take an iron and straighten it, but I realized I don't have an iron. We got rid of them a long time ago because our dryer irons everything now, so we'd never really messed with an iron. So I wish I would have had that to straighten this out and show you a little better look, but unfortunately I didn't. So that's just a quick look at it in hand. Let's go ahead and zoom in and take a closer look at it. All right, so here we go. The bank robber Joker from Fire Toys 026, a basic box. When you open it, this is what you're going to see. I believe you'll get this foam top. Like most of these non-licensed figures, you'll get a box like this because they don't have the manufacturing capabilities, I think, to make those like clamshells. And it's going to be more expensive, so this will do. In my opinion, this is fine. This is absolutely fine. Pull that off, and you get all of the weapons here. And it's a bunch of them. It's a whole bunch of them. You can see. You get hands, you get guns, you get bombs, you get grenades, you get money. You get the bomb that he had attached to his jacket. You get the knives, which you can't really see, but I'll go over them. AKs, shotguns, pistols, hands. Very cool. So let me start here with the hands. So you're gonna get this one, this one, this one. It's kind of like a fist. You get another sort of weird hand. You know how Joker did those weird hands in the movie. Now you're starting to get some of the holding hands to hold some of the weapons, and then more gun holding hands. And I think this one might be the one where he's holding the string into the bomb, possibly. Not really sure. I'd have to look that up, but I think that's what it is. Now let's go with the shotgun here. Very nice. It's kind of plain, actually. Like the paint on it isn't like anything to write home about. It's just black and brown, solid colors, but it does pump, which is cool. Here is the Glock. Now, unlike Hot Toys, you can't pull the slide back, and you can't pull out the magazine. So, but that's fine. Not a big deal, but very cool. And then we have the little Tommy gun, which looks pretty good. This thing, it's got the sliding stock there, and good paint app on that, like a metallized look to it. And you can't pull out the magazine again. It's just a solid piece. Then we have the AK. Again, looks good, but this one I believe this magazine does pull out. Yeah, so you can see the magazine does slide out, and you can load it that way, which is cool. Wonder why the difference to that. Wonder why this one does that, but the others don't. Not that I care. I mean, who really cares? When are you ever gonna? I guess you would use that in a pose where you pull the magazine out like he's changing it or something, possibly. But yeah, looks good. Looks really, really good. Now we move into some of the weird stuff that comes with it. I'm not going to show you all of them because they're just the same. We get 4 of these, the M18 smoke white, the smoke bombs. So we get 4 of these. Then we get his bomb. So you, I'm sure, have seen the movie. This is what he attaches, you know. Put the little smoke bomb in his mouth, and yeah, you've seen the movie. I don't know why that's a little hard to focus, but yeah, looks really good. Then we actually get a very tiny deck of cards. Look at that. You also get some money. You get a little stack of money, a little wad of ones. You know, Joker doesn't have all that much money. No, just kidding. Then you see the face of George Washington. He has that Joker paint on it. So that's, obviously you've seen the movie. Now we get a lot of grenades. How many we get? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. We get 12 grenades, and they all look like this. And that's because they're going to fit inside of the bag, which you will see here in the future. And then you also get his watch. Nice quality watch. And finally, I know this has a whole lot of accessories. You get a switchblade, which it doesn't actually switch. That's what it is. It's the blade. Very simple. And then you get this one though that does fold. Let me see if I get that. Yeah, it does fold into itself. And I believe these are metal. Maybe they're pretty hard. So I think these are actually done in metal. Now we'll take this off, and that will reveal Joker himself, the bank robber Joker, with the head sculpt and the duffel bag. So I talked about the duffel bag earlier. This, it looks just like the Hot Toy one. Looks pretty good, actually. You can unzip it down the bottom here, or on the side. And then it holds most of these accessories, these bombs and everything, smoke bombs and stuff. You just wrap that around his shoulder. Now I want to go over the Joker head sculpt that comes with it. Again, this actually comes on the figure when you buy it, but I took it off because I got other plans for this. But look at that. The paint app on that is pretty good. You can't get too angry at that. And I'm a stickler, honestly. Like, I care about if they're good, and this is good, honestly. You would not be disappointed with this at all. Again, I think they literally copied the Hot Toys one, like remolded it. But that doesn't always mean it's going to turn out good because you still got to paint it. And it appears that they do have good painters. You can see the skin texture and the coloring and everything. The eyes are done well. So that's good. Here he is, the bank robber Joker. We'll look at that head sculpt there. You can see the eyes inside of the mask. And then the hair in the back. That's just one solid head. It's not like it's a mask over a head. That's just one solid sculpt. But overall, look at that. How cool is that? Looks great. Looks really good. The neck collar, I think, is pretty good. So it's not too loose. It doesn't look real kind of bacon, is what I call it, when it's all kind of gross looking. The actual hot toy, the problem it had was here, right here. This is what turned yellow on the hot toy. And that's what worried me about spending $400 or $500 on that. That just, you know, a month maybe down the line, or maybe even when I unpackaged it, it was yellowing, and that would really make me mad. Not that I couldn't have bought another shirt, but you know how it is. The suit material is not bad, but it comes very wrinkled, as you can see. And again, I didn't have an iron to fix this, but I believe if you do have an iron, then you're not going to have an issue to fix it. But overall, it does feel sort of like a... I don't think it has like what material it is, but it has sort of a plasticky feel into the material. So it feels like some suits, like some suit material. But overall, it's done really well. There's another company, I can't remember who makes it, maybe Daft, that has a suit coming out, but it looks like cotton or something. And I wasn't really that impressed with it. I wanted to look a little bit like suit material. But the shirt is done really well. Like all of these, they're a little hard to buckle in, and they might fall out. Once you get it in, it's fine. No belt on this one, but that's fine too. Back of the jacket, he does have the flip up where he ties that bomb to it. So that's cool. You can do that pose if you'd like. Quality of the buttons here, they stay on. So that's another positive here. See that? They're done well. Pants, again, pants are done well too, but they're very wrinkly on mine. So, and shoes. Look at these shoes. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. I think remolds again, but the paint app on them, pretty good. And they do have socks there too. So, really, really nice. If you ask me, that's really well done for such a cheap figure, and a figure that isn't officially licensed and basically a copy. So I don't think you guys would be that upset if you had to purchase one, if you didn't have the money, or, you know, whatever your case may be. I don't think this one would be a bad alternative to add to your collection for the price. It's done really well. I really, really like it. So that was the Bank Robber Joker from Fire Toys 026. This is around on most of the Chinese sites that sell 1/6 scale figures. So it's not really that hard to find, and it's all over eBay as well. If you do order from China, just kind of, the mail right now is really bad, so you're looking at a good 2 to 3 weeks to get it in the mail. So it's a tough wait. Trust me, it's a tough wait. I've been waiting currently, like I was mentioning earlier. I want to use this head sculpt because it's so good, the Joker one. And I actually bought a body. Actually, I bought a whole figure because it was such a good price of the Joker in the purple outfit. But I think I'm going to switch and put this head on it too because I'm not a big fan of the sculpts that come with that purple one. But I really like this one, so I'm going to put that one on there. And they also have a kit I've seen that makes Nurse Joker. So I think I'll probably end up building a Nurse Joker with the other head. I think it comes with 2 heads, so I'll use one of those heads. And then I'll have a solid Joker collection. Bank Robber, Purple Joker, and Nurse Joker. Other than that, I can't really think of what other Joker I would need in the collection. So, yeah, I mean, that's it, guys. Let me know. I'm interested to know down below. For one, is this something you would buy? Would you purchase an aftermarket figure, one that isn't licensed, one that's a copy, because that's basically what this is. it's a copy from Hot Toys. So, you know, nobody's ever a fan of when they do that, but, you know, it exists, and it is what it is. But let me know if you would do that. Also, what'd you think of it? It's pretty good quality, right? As far as the sculpt of the paint app and everything, I think it would do for a lot of people. If you don't have the money or you don't want to go out and spend that much money on eBay or wherever to buy the figure, it's a good alternative. So I'm pretty impressed with Fire Toys. Reason I even took a chance at this is because I bought the Toys R Us Joker from the Joker movie, because obviously there's a licensing problem and they didn't have him ever. Hot Toys didn't make him. So I bought one and I was pretty impressed. The sculpt overall wasn't amazing, but it was pretty decent. The quality of the clothing and everything, pretty decent. It's just basically, I thought it was pretty decent. Better than most of the licensed 6-scale figures that come out that aren't Hot Toys, and Interband, things like that. So yeah, right below that. Somewhere in the middle of, you know, how good of a quality you can get. Much better maybe than Star Ace, things like that. So yeah, that's why I got it. I'm pretty impressed. I'm going to continue. There's a Bane that I'm looking at that I might end up purchasing and seeing what kind of quality, what I can do with that, because they're pretty cheap too. They're like $150 compared to $500, $600, $700 on eBay. So it is what it is. You got to do what you got to do when you ain't trying to spend that much money, right? So thank you guys for watching. Let me know down below what I asked you, and we'll see you next time.